How many of you were born out of sex? All of us? It's a fact. I think 55 years old. She came to me saying, "Hey Ananti, I watched your videos." So she came to me, she hugged me, she held my hand, and she said, "Sad that this book didn't come 20 years before."
I could see that many married men gave me some reason or the other, quoting that the wife is not interested, she doesn't cooperate, whatever it is. First of all, I don't understand what is this cooperation is all about. Most of the kids, they don't go and tell the parents what happens because the space is not there, the trust is not there. Everything that happens to us starts giving us a kind of fear in us. My fear was not about the boys. My fear was always about the boys or girls' fathers.
லவ் செக்ஸ் அண்ட் சொசைட்டி இதை பற்றி பேசணும் அப்படின்னா பல மணி நேரம் பேசலாம். பட் எங்களுக்கு ஒரு 45 மினிட்ஸ் அவ்வளோதான் செஷன் கிடச்சிது. குஷ்வந்த் சிங் லிட்ரேச்சர் ஃபெஸ்டிவல் 2025 லாஸ்ட் மந்த் லைக் அக்டோபர் மந்தில் நடந்தது. அண்ட் அதுக்கு வந்து நானும் டாய்லெட் சீட் இல்லை கழிவறை இருக்கே அப்படிங்கிற அந்த ஒரு புக்குடைய ஆத்தர் லதா நாங்கள் 2 பேரும் அதில் வந்து பேசுறதுக்காக போயிருந்தோம் ஆன் லவ் செக்ஸ் அண்ட் சொசைட்டி. ஸோ ஒருவேளை நீங்கள் இது வரைக்கும் லதாவுடைய டாய்லெட் சீட் புக்கு நீங்கள் படிக்கல, கழிவறை இருக்குது நீங்கள் படித்ததே கிடையாது அப்படின்னா நீங்கள் அந்த புக்கு வாங்கி படிக்கலாம். அதுக்கான லிங்க் கீழே இருக்குது. இல்லை இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் டு நோ வாட் இஸ் ரியலி இந்த புக், அதுக்கு வந்து ஒரு கிளிம்ஸ் உங்களுக்கு வேணும் அப்படின்னா அதுக்கான வீடியோவை நீங்கள் பார்க்கலாம். ஆல்ரெடி புக் ஷோவில் ரிலீஸ் பண்ணியிருந்தோம். ஸோ அதுக்கான லிங்க்கும் வந்து கீழே இருக்குது. ஸோ பேசிக்லி ஒரு விமனோட பர்ஸ்பெக்டிவில் வாட் ஷீ ஃபீல்ஸ் அபவுட் லவ் அண்ட் செக்ஸ் அண்ட் ஆஸ் அ விமன் வந்து இந்த சொசைட்டியில் தன்னோட ரோல் எப்படி இருக்குது இதை பற்றிலாம் வந்து ரொம்ப போல்டாக மோஸ்ட்லி அவங்களோட பர்சனல் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் வச்சு நிறைய விஷயங்கள் எழுதியிருந்தாங்க லதா. இதை பற்றி பேசுகிறதுக்கு தான் நாங்கள் கசாலியில் இருக்கிற அந்த ஃபெஸ்டிவலுக்கு போயிருந்தோம், குஷ்வந்த் சிங் லிட்ரேச்சர் ஃபெஸ்டிவலுக்கு. இங்கே 2 பேருக்குமே திஸ் வாஸ் தி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம். அங்கேருந்து அந்த கோல்டு டெம்பரேச்சர் அண்ட் அங்கேருந்து வைப் அது வந்து எப்படி இருந்ததுன்னா ஒரு புக்கிலேருந்து வெளில வந்த மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. ஒரு கதை புக்கில் படிக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு செட்டப் மாதிரி தான் இருந்தது. கைண்ட் ஆஃப் பீப்புள் தட் ஐ மெட், அது கைண்ட் ஆஃப் கான்வர்சேஷன்ஸ் அங்கே இருந்தது, கைண்ட் ஆஃப் மியூசிக், ஃபுட், இது எல்லாமே எப்படி இருந்ததுன்னா ரொம்ப ஃபிக்ஷனலாக இருந்தது. இப்போ யோசிச்சு பார்த்தா அது ஒரு மாதிரி ரியலாக இருந்த சுச்சுவேஷன் மாதிரி இல்லை. ஸோ அது எதையுமே என்னால் வந்து உங்களுக்கு எப்படி இருந்தது அப்படின்னு கொண்டு வந்து காட்ட முடியாது பிகாஸ் ஐ டென்ட் ஷூட் எனி ஆஃப் தேட். பட் நாங்கள் என்ன பேசணும் அந்த செஷனில் அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து ஒரு வீடியோவாக இருக்குது தட் யூ கேன் வாட்ச். அது மூலமாக டூ லெட் அஸ் நோ பிகாஸ் ஆப்வியஸ்லி அதில் இருக்கிற நிறைய விஷயங்கள் வந்து யூ மைட் நாட் அக்ரி வித். ஏன்னா லவ் செக்ஸ் இது எல்லாமே வந்து ரொம்ப பர்சனல். ஒருத்தங்களுடைய டெஃபினேஷன் ஆஃப் லவ் அண்ட் செக்ஸ் மைட் நாட் பி ஆஸ் சேம் ஆஸ் தி அதர் பர்சன்ஸ். ஸோ அதனால அந்த ஒரு வித்தியாசம் இருக்கும் தான். பட் ஹேவிங் அ வெரி யூனோ கம்ஃபர்டபுள் செக்ஸ் அண்ட் தென் பீங் ஏபிள் டு டாக் அபவுட் இட் அண்ட் டாக்கிங் அபவுட் லவ். ஸோ இது எல்லாமே வந்து இட் இஸ் அ ஸ்பெஷல் ஃபீலிங். ஸோ யூ டூ வாட்ச் த வீடியோ அண்ட் லெட் மீ நோ ஹவ் இஸ் இட்.
You have to tell us why a book about sex and how it's perceived in society has a title like The Toilet Seat.
Good evening. This is our first time at Kasauli. Thanks for the invite. Kasauli is beautiful and this is our first time at the Literature Festival as well. I want to ask you a question, probably a survey, and this is not confidential. Okay? Nothing's going to be confidential because we are live. I'm going to ask you a question. How many of you were born out of sex? All of us? It's a fact. But the question that the book deals with is how many of us are born out of love or out of sex that was made with love? You're 100% sure. That's very beautiful. So that's the question the book actually, answers or probably discusses about. This book is more like a personal take on sex, its effect on love and society, or this love and society's effect on sex. So it's mutual. So when I found out this book, I had the same curiosity as yours. What happened was I was just skimming through the bookshelves and I found one book, pretty black in color, and there was just a toilet seat in the cover. It was written The Toilet Seat. I was curious and I didn't know this book was about sex. So I was just looking at the book and I was going through the cover and then I figured out it was all about sex. And I had the same question, why this was named The Toilet Seat. when it is speaking about sex, and a title with the name or the word sex would find more readers. Why would I want to pick a book on sex which is called Toilet Seat? So I want Lata to start this session by answering that particular question. Why the name The Toilet Seat?
First of all, good evening to all of you. From my own experience and from people whom I've been talking to on this, with men, women, whatever, I've always I could understand the word orgasm was actually it is only men get it. Most of the women whom I've talked to, including myself, we didn't even know, and even now I believe there are so many women in this country or wherever, they have not even known what an orgasm is. The sex between partners, they just happen. I don't think both are really involved or interested in each other's pleasure or whatever. And mostly men, of course, they ejaculate and the sex gets over. I don't think the women is really uh, getting her orgasm, or if she's even aware of the fact that women can attain an orgasm. And men, of course, they ejaculate and they get their orgasm, and there the complete thing ends. So I was just wondering if that is the case, if the act of sex is only a mechanical process for the woman, then what is she used as? A man can as well get into the toilet, masturbate, come out. That's what he does with his woman. So why should a woman be a toilet seat to a man who doesn't care for her pleasures? So that's how I got the name. And only after giving the title, I even started writing the book.
I really want to know, Lata, why did you want to write this book? Because I want to, tell you something which I've already told you. I met a lady who was, I think, 55 years old. She came to me saying, "Hey, Ananti, I watched your video." So I do book reviews. So I reviewed her book as well. So she came to me, she hugged me, she held my hand, and she said, "It's sad that this book didn't come 20 years before." Probably they just need that conversation. If only had someone spoken to me about this, things would have changed. And Lata didn't wait. She didn't wait for someone to have the conversation with her. She started the conversation. So I want to know, Lata, what made you choose to write about this particular book in a society where, well, talking about sex will not be, invited, and you wrote about it for pages. I mean, and you published and you keep speaking about it. What made you write about it?
See, everybody thinks of something, everybody writes about something, talks of something. Probably in the circumstances in which I have been brought up, I saw a lot of hypocrisies. We call our culture great, this, that, and all that, but inside a family, I don't see any honesty between people. I don't see, as somebody was talking in the morning, there is a hypocrisy in almost every relationship. In a way, like the families are not what we have been taught about or talked about or whatever. So I've been watching all this hypocrisy since my childhood, and I've always been a rebel. I've always questioned when my mom says you should not keep it like this. Why shouldn't we keep it like why shouldn't we keep it like that? Tell me the reason. I'll do it. Otherwise, I'll not do it. So that's the way I've been growing, and I'm a. This is from this book was actually. You can say I started writing about my life, but then I like it went on and on and on. Like when I got married when I was 24, but till then I didn't know what was sex. I didn't even know what was the kind of pleasure that we'll get, or what will be the actions in it and all that. Nothing I knew. So I got married, and I have sex with my husband, and I could see that I was not getting anything out of it. And after a point, I was wondering, why am I even doing that? Is it just to have a kid? And I love kids. I wanted to have kids. So, to be very honest, I used to sleep with him only for getting kids. Okay. Beyond that, I was like wondering why are we even doing this? If it's a pleasure only for men, then why are women involved in it? If it's not a pleasure to us. And after a point in time, I got separated from my husband. And even otherwise, there are so many men, when we go out, we work, we move with people and all that. There are so many men who were married, but still they come to us for asking for that, not directly asking for sex, but meaning that. So I started wondering, if the man is getting his sex, why is not, if man is interested in sex, why is he not getting it from his wife? He's married, and the basic reason for marriage is, in our culture at least, it's for sex. Okay, so you are not supposed to have sex before marriage. So people are desperate to get married, because till then they don't get that experience. Of course, times are changing, but not completely. We are just like on that path, but we have, I don't think we'll ever reach that this thing. So I was wondering, so I am a person who will not immediately say, how can you talk to me like this and all that. I'll ask him, you're married, you have a wife, so why are you coming and asking me? Then the most of the men's answer was, no, my wife is not interested. She's no longer interested. I think she feigns headache, she feigns something or the other, or they say the children have grown up, I cannot do, you cannot continue to do this and all that. So what happens is, immediately after marriage or for a few years, they are okay to tolerate the man. I will not say okay. After a point, she finds a way to not to have sex with him. These men, they are not talking directly to the partner, because the women are not supposed to talk about it. A woman who says that she's not satisfied is not a woman at all. She doesn't have that feminine qualities and all that. How can a woman talk about sex, even to the partner? Even if it is a partner, you can have sex with somebody, but you cannot talk sex with her. So I started talking to people. I could see that many married men gave me some reason or the other, quoting that the wife is not interested, she doesn't cooperate, whatever it is. And first of all, I don't understand what is this cooperation is all about. She cooks something that actually, when you like a food, she cooks it for you, and you should also know what she likes and what she doesn't like. You're not bothered. Sex is actually sharing. It's just like love. You love me, I love you. Love is also need based only. It's not that that love we talk about, you love the whole world and all that. The love that we all talk about is only need based. So if you sharing love, sex also should be a sharing thing. It cannot be somebody giving or taking. So you can see women also, like as if she sacrificed something when she has sex. Why that sacrifice thing? I gave you this. What did you do? Because she doesn't get anything out of it. If she has got something out of it, she wouldn't talk like I've given it to you. So it's the act of both the people. So if both were satisfied, this word will not come. Why should I keep sacrificing for him? So I could see that all these women were not talking directly to the husband that I'm not satisfied, because of the way they have been brought up. And these men didn't know that women need satisfaction as well. As you get pleasure, you should also understand that she also has to get pleasure. So when you don't understand that and you keep doing it mechanically, obviously you will try to find it out somewhere else.
So she writes, so whenever a woman feigns orgasm, she fans his ego, is what she writes in the book. So I want you to talk about the reasons why you think women, feign orgasm in bed.
After marriage, when the woman is sent to the bedroom, all her elders will say that you have to be submissive, you have to adjust and all that. So one thing is that, so she cannot do anything about it, whether she likes it or not. She has to be submissive and tolerative. And the other is, there are quite a few reasons actually. Anyway, she's not getting anything out of it. So if she fakes it, the thing will get over fast. She can get out of it. Right? At least she can go back to sleep. Okay. Ego will get hit. She cannot go tell him that I've not got it. So he will think that she wants more. What kind of a woman she is? Whom I have married to? Whom I've married? Is it something wrong? Something wrong with the girl? Okay. The other thing is the fear of the woman. Like if she doesn't fake, probably he'll go in search of somebody else. So the fear of keeping him to herself. So there are so many things in this.
So I want you, Lata, to speak about these, probably the molestation or the rape or some uh, experience that we women generally go through, probably as a child, and it's very, very common. So whenever I ask somebody where you touched appropriately when you were young, and the hand goes up. Whenever I ask them where you brushed against in a bus, the hand goes up. So the kind of experience that we have whenever the body is touched without our permission, and when it happens later on, how does it affect somebody's sex life?
Don't teach the kids anything. We don't teach them about sex. Yesterday I was speaking to this morning, right? Smita Tarur. And hi. And she was telling me that sex education starts at about when the kids are in their 5th standard or something in UK. But in our culture, we don't teach them anything till they experience themselves. Girl's body, from the time she's born, like it's been like she has been made to feel ashamed of her body. I don't know why. We all live in this body, right? That's why we are all here. That's how we are all here. So we have to give them the space for them to come and talk to us. We have to give them the space. We have to start treating them as an adult or like another individual, and we have to be friendly with them so that they have the uh, like they have the freedom to come and tell us whatever happens to them. So that's when we will come to know whatever is happening to them. But in our parenting system, what happens is some uncle or some neighbor, somebody will come home, he'll have a very goody this thing with our parents, so they will be respecting him a lot, but he will show a different face to us. But we cannot go and tell our parents he behaved with me like this. They will not believe us. They will only believe that guy because he is a respectable person. So it was the fault was on your part. Either you're imagining or whatever it is. So most of the kids, they don't go and tell the parents what happens because that space is not there, the trust is not there. So everything that happens to us starts giving us a kind of fear in us. Like we are guilty about it. We start getting afraid of any man that we look at. Will he do something? Will he do this and all that? I believe in co-education schools. I believe in every boy and girl studying together and all that. This division is there, no? Girls, boys school and all that. This itself creates a lot of unnecessary curiosity between them, and you're suppressing. Like they have to be normal. When we come out of the house, we have to meet up with men. When we are inside the house, we have to meet up with men. So why are we not even normalizing the genders? I don't understand. We are all here. We all gender is actually a spectrum. But we are always concerned about our girls not talking to boys. Be careful, this, that, and all. But my fear was not about the boys. My fear was always about the boys or girls' fathers.
ஸோ அந்த புக்கு படிக்கும் போதே வந்து எனக்கும் அதில் அக்ரி பண்ணக்கூடிய விஷயங்கள், டிஸ்அக்ரி பண்ணக்கூடிய விஷயங்கள் அதெல்லாம் இருந்தது. பட் ஆஸ் அன் ஆடியன்ஸாக அங்கே குஷ்வந்த் சிங் லிட்ரேச்சர் ஃபெஸ்டிவலில் எவ்ரிபடி வில் லைக் மோஸ்ட் ஆஃப் தெம் அக்ரி டு அ லாட் ஆஃப் ஸ்டஃப் தட் வி வர் ஸ்பீக்கிங் அபவுட். ஸோ அது ஒரு மாதிரி நல்லா இருந்தது. ஏன்னா அப்போது எனக்கு ஒரு விஷயம் தோணுச்சு, ஒரு சில ஆடியன்ஸ் வந்து ஜென்ரலாகவே என்னையும் சேர்த்து சொல்கிறேனே, வி ஆர் ஆல் வெதர் ஆர் நாட் வி அக்ரி வித் சம்திங், வி ஆர் ஓப்பன் டு லிசன் இவங்க என்ன சொல்கிறாங்க வித்தவுட் ஜட்ஜ்மெண்ட். ஸோ அப்படி ஒரு ஆடியன்ஸ் இருக்கும்போது இட் இஸ் அமேசிங் ஆக்சுவலி. நம்ம ஒரு விஷயத்தை சொல்கிறதுங்கிறது ஒரு சமூகமாக அது அப்படி இருந்தால் எப்படி இருக்கும்? ஐ மைட் நாட் அக்ரி வித் த வே யூ ஆர் லிவிங், பட் வாட் இஃப் ஐம் நாட் ஜட்ஜிங் யூ, வாட் இஃப் ஐம் நாட் யூனோ அதை பற்றி நான் வந்து தப்பாக பேசி உங்களை கில்ட் பண்ணி உங்களை அசிங்கப்படுத்தி இது எதுவுமே பண்ணாமல் ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் லெட்டிங் யூ லிவ் ஆஸ் யூ ஆர் அண்ட் ஹோப்பிங் தட் அது வந்து இட் இஸ் நாட் பீங் அ டிஸ்டர்பன்ஸ் டு சம்படி எல்ஸ். அது வந்து மற்றவங்களுக்கு டிஸ்டர்பன்ஸ் இல்லை. இப்போது வந்து லெட்ஸே ஒரு 5 பேர் லைக் இப்போ நம்ம வந்து மகாபாரதத்தில் அந்த பாஞ்சாலி பற்றிலாம் நம்ம நினைக்கும் போது 5 ஹஸ்பண்டுக்கு ஒரு ஒய்ஃபா அப்படின்னு நமக்கு ஒரு தாட் வருதுல, அதனால நமக்கு எதாவது லாஸா? இட் இஸ் நாட் இல்லையா? 5 பேர் ஒரு பொண்ணோடு இருக்கிறதுனால எனக்கு எந்த லாஸுமே இல்லை. பர்சனலி எனக்கு இல்லை. அந்த 5 பேருக்கும் அந்த லாஸ் இல்லை, அந்த பொண்ணுக்கும் அந்த லாஸ் இல்லை அப்படின்னா who are we to judge as a society? நாங்கள் வந்து சமூகத்துக்கு ஒன்று சொல்லித்தரோன்னு சொல்லிட்டு when we keep judging and we are not letting people be, ஒரு தடவை தான் வாழ போகிறாங்க. அது 30 வருஷமோ 40 வருஷமோ 60 வருஷமோ 90 வருஷமோ we don't know. அண்ட் அது அவங்க நிம்மதியாக வாழ்கிறதுக்கு ஃப்ரீயாக ஒரு கான்ஸ்டன்ட் ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரெஸ் இல்லாமல் வாழ்கிறது வந்து எப்படி இருக்கும் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரியான ஒரு தாட் இருந்தது எனக்கு அந்த இடத்துல. அந்த செஷனில் இதை பற்றி பேசும்போது எனக்கு எந்த ஒரு ஃபில்டருமே இல்லை. ஐ வாஸ் ஸோ கம்ஃபர்டபுள். ஏன்னா ஆஸ் அன் ஆடியன்ஸ் they were all like we are here to listen to you, we may agree with you, we may not agree with you, but we are listening to you, it's your perspective அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கும்போது இட் ஃபெல்ட் ரியலி குட். ஸோ அந்த ஒரு எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் ஐ திங்க் ஆஸ் அ ஒரு சொசைட்டியாகவே நமக்கு இருக்கும்போது இன்னும் நல்லா இருக்குமே அப்படின்னு தோணுச்சு. பட் யா இதான் நான் சொல்ல நினச்சேன். இதே மாதிரி லிட்ரேச்சர் ஃபெஸ்டிவல் இல்லாமல் நிறைய புக்ஸை வந்து நம்ம எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். அண்ட் ஜானர் வைஸா ஃபெமினிசமா, சைக்காலஜியா, இல்லை வந்து ஃபுட்டா, இல்லை ஹெல்த்தா, இல்லை பாலிடிக்ஸா, என்வாயர்மெண்ட்டாக, இந்த மாதிரி பல ஜானர்ஸில் ஃபிக்ஷன் நான் ஃபிக்ஷன் நம்ம நிறைய எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். ஸோ நீங்கள் அந்த பிளேலிஸ்ட் வாரியாக நீங்கள் போய் அதை எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் பண்ணலாம். இஃப் யூ நெவர் வாட்ச் எனிதிங் ஆன் புக் ஷோ, ப்ளீஸ் வாட்ச் த வீடியோஸ் அண்ட் லெட் மீ நோ ஹவ் மச் யூ லவ் இட். ஹாப்பி ரீடிங்.